Brought to you by yours truly, All Nation. As we proceed to talk about the continuity, pretty much everything to say. No excuses, right? Heading into the 2022 season, right? Hit that notification bell, slap that like button, subscribe to this channel. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys sports talk and beyond. Let's go. Yup. Regardless, we silver and blue, we stay true from the womb to the tomb. Right way possible. Yeah. As the room fill up, let's continue to tell people how about them Cowboys, right? Yeah. Come on. I won't miss glory hole.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Shout out to you, Aaron Lewis in the house. Appreciate you. Salute to Cowboys Experience. Be sure to hit us up this season.
This is Sparta!
Shout out to you, Candace. Let's go. All right. Yup. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Thank all of you all for jumping in. I know it's doom and gloom. I know it's the off season, and you know we're not dancing. We're not dancing in the Super Bowl, right? We're not dancing right now. We are angry. We upset. Collectively speaking, a lot of people ripping off of their silver and blue. Some people are running and hiding. Some people said that, hey, some things that never change. Everything else remains the same with the Cowboys, especially with the ownership and who in control. And I get it, right? Now, what about the third of the Cowboy fans who were fans of this team before Jerry Jones bought the team, right? What are you supposed to do, right? You're supposed to be mad at it? No. We just got to sit back and just go through this whole process of waiting for next year. Right? But law is rigged, law, you know. I mean, I tell people all the time, life is rigged, right? I mean, do anybody know tax law? That law is rigged. I was telling my tax preparer, can I claim Uncle Sam? You know, I said, man, that dude is taking all of my money. Is there a way that I can claim Uncle Sam? You know, he depending on me, you know, to help him out. Let me claim him. And that's just how it is. And property taxes in Texas, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. I said, man, let me go back to Mississippi. But everything happens and work out for a reason. And that's why we are here, right? Cowboy Nation, regardless of everything, we just have to work things out. Terrence says federal income taxes is unconstitutional. But, boy, you better pay it. You're right. You try to debate it all you want. They're going to fool around and lock you up, and they ain't going to let you out. I'm locked up. Shout out to you, Thomas. Appreciate you. Hill, appreciate you for jumping in. Thank everybody. Parker, thank you for following. Be sure if you are watching on the Facebook, I really appreciate you guys, man. If you guys could do me a huge favor, if you're watching on the Facebook, please subscribe to Cowboys Experience. It's a wonderful one. If you have not heard of it, stick around. Follow me as I show you guys the way. Cowboys Experience is a unique platform, whereas we allow current and former players with meet and greet sessions. And we got some things that's up under our sleeve. It's just going to blow the doors off for the 2022 season. We may be mad about the players today, but the players of yesteryears, man, like Emmett, Detroit, Aikman, Jay Novacek, and all of those boys, maybe we can extract some good stuff from them. And let's not forget about Deion Primetime Sanders, right? Although he's coaching for my alum, he really want to come over here. Well, there's news about him possibly in the future, not right now, coaching for the Cowboys. So that's just how it goes. Shout out to you here. Win, lose, or draw. DC for life. Well, let me just give you one of them. Yeah, appreciate everybody. JSU, D Jackson State, by the way, ONB 23. I went to a HBCU school. Shout out to you, Jametta. So, if you've been living under a rock or you've been hiding up under a rock, let's talk about the stuff so I can get you back into the Cowboys conversation. Health insurance is a mother. Yeah, it is. It's rigged, baby. Car insurance rigged too, right? Go through a whole year, never have a wreck. They still want their check, right? They're not going to give you that money back. But let me get off that subject, right? Here's the situation. The Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator by the name of Kellen Moore. He had multiple interviews this offseason. He was pretty much remarkable for the first half of the season. I recall majority of Cowboy fans were saying, hey, let's go ahead and get rid of Mike McCarthy and let's make Kellen Moore the head coach in the first part of the season, right? And way we was rolling, a lot of people were agreeing, like man, Mike McCarthy, he's the one that's messing up everything, right? Not making the necessary adjustments, especially with time and clock management. Oh, it was crazy, right? So it pivoted a little bit toward the latter part of the season. Teams figured out the Kellen Moore's offense, and they said, you know what? These are a collective of plays. Just a collections of good, brilliant plays. Not a necessary scheme to it. Because I'm hearing and I'm reading a lot of people saying that, and I'm going to give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly, the positive part of keeping Kellen Moore. And I'm going to give you guys the negative connotations of keeping Kellen Moore. But neither here nor there. I believe in the hearts of hearts, people figured out Kellen Moore. Like, man, he got a strong hook. The brother, look at his left hand. He ain't jabbing. Look at his step. Look at his step. Look at his stance. It's not a unique. It's unique, but it's not a philosophy to it, right? So teams figure it out. I believe you pay millions and millions of dollars for people to figure it out. And the booger bear for Kellen Moore's offense, cover 4, quarters. Let's not blitz the quarterback. Let's play into the hand. Let's give them the underneath. Let's give them the running on the edge. Let's make sure that our front 4 and our linebackers just cover, chase to the flats, and let's rush with only our front 4. It confused the world out of Dak Prescott, right? Why, Law? Tell him that is human nature. Why? Boy, y'all better watch out. Why you do me that way? This is what happened. Rain Dakota Prescott, for the majority of his career, Cowboy Nation, had to really beat only one-on-one man coverage right on the outside. the philosophy of stopping Dak Prescott was this right here. Load the box, stop the run. Forces him to throw the ball on the outside, blitz him, send the blitz, send the house. He can't make the big boy throw downfield, right? He can't make the 7. He can't throw the 7 route or the post route. He can't do it, and you win the game. But no, that have not been the case nor the scenario. It clicked at the latter part of 2018. Some parts of 19, going into the 2019 season, you saw the emergence of Dak Prescott, right? But the problem was that he was winning with those type of big boy throws. Hear me out before y'all shank me with the butter knife. Hear me out. And it's nothing. Jermato says because he can't read defense. No, it's nothing to do with that, right? You've been playing football for 6 or 7 years. You can read the defense, and you can clearly see. Okay, cover. If I can read defenses, and I'm not even playing football, right? I know that this guy that they pay millions of dollars to can read defense. I know that quarterbacks can technically read defense, but what can you take away from what they're reading, right? Cover 4. When you talk about cover 4. Just like what Kurt Warner broke down, beautiful breakdown by Kurt Warner. And if you look at it, what he said, okay, Dak Prescott should have had his hot on this side. Oh, Dak Prescott should have hit the guy on the 7. Or Dak Prescott had a wide open guy. And I love it, right? So that's why I demanded and I put out there, all right, Kurt, let's see Aaron Rodgers against same said defense. Bam, same issues. Why? Because in a cover 4 and quarters defense, it's going to appear that your route is open, but it's not. I'm in a zone. My concept is for the squeeze on that route. I'm sitting on routes. And the moment he did the film analysis and breakdown, Aaron Rodgers, one of the better throwers of the ball, had the same issue, right? So that's why I said I love the fair balance. But people were shanking and crucifying me because I was talking about, hey, that's not easy to do. And we saw a little bit the same situation against Matthew Stafford. It's just that Matthew Stafford had to play that same team 3 times. And 9 times out of 10, if you play a team 3 times, you're closer, and you lost the first 2 times. You're closer to your win, by the way. And technically, Tart had the ball in his hand in that playoff game. He just dropped the bag, right? Or he was rigged to do such, right? That's a whole other story. Appreciate you, Alex. This is on Mike McCarthy. If you see offense struggle somewhere, toss your defense against them. Doing it all day until they figure it out. I agree. Alex, I appreciate you for that one. But let's get back to the opposing team figuring out the young phenom Kellen Moore, and I think that before let me prep my statement here. I said preposition, but let me preference this conversation right here. I can't talk today. Let me do this right quick. Hold on. Preference my statement right here. Good Lord. All right. This is wisdom juice, by the way, Cowboy Nation. It's wisdom juice. Let me tell this person to lean forward right quick. Why don't you just do me a huge favor, lean forward. Yeah, this is what we do too, You come over here. Get out of here. He gone, dog. He got slapped up out of here. All right, so enough of that. Here's the situation. The Cowboys operating without a certain scheme. The Cowboys operating without a certain system to beat zone beaters or to beat certain coverages is insanity, right? You try to do the same thing. If I have a quarterback that I know for sure, hear me out, flourish better off of play action, well, you got to play action off of something, meaning that you got to run the ball. It's not that hard to figure out, and I know, simple but yet complex. Well, Lord, why you're not a offensive coordinator? Well, that's why we always have critics, right? But here's the situation. You cannot expect to run into the teeth of the defense and expecting to get something out of it when they're giving you the edge. They're saying literally, toss sweep was available, edge rush was available. All of those things were available, but they played on the mindset that you love to throw the ball. And all they had to do was sacrifice the one time that you attempt to run the ball, because this is not in your scheme to attack the edge. It's not in your scheme to run the ball till you get those big boys in to stop it. It's not in your scheme to get 6 DBs off the field, right? Your scheme is, hey, I believe in my philosophy, and I'm going to throw the ball the way I like to throw it, right? And that backfired on the Cowboys. Now, before people say, well, it's the offensive line that was the issue. If you played any form of football, especially if you just have a casual conversation with an offensive lineman, ask them, D-Hoods at law trial for the OC spot. No. Look, if y'all calling Jason Garrett vanilla and bland, and my guy Kellen Moore vanilla and bland, I will only have like 4 or 5 plays basically. I don't have all of the plays here, but I'm gonna tell you guys, strategy is everything, right? But neither here nor there. But shout out to you, Hood. At least I'm transparent. You know, here's the thing. I hear people all the time say, well, Lord, why don't you be the coach for the Cowboys? Yeah, I'll be the coach. My first hiring decision would be, I'll be getting on the phone saying, hey, Jimmy Johnson, what's good, man? Hey, man, I love you, man. Hey, this is the thing, man. I got an unbelievable opportunity to be a coach for the Dallas Cowboys, a head coach. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I would like for you to be the head coach, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to Will McClay you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold the position for the title, but you're going to do all of the work, right? I'm going to Will McClay you. Know? I'm going to Willie McClay you. That's what I'm going to do. But neither here nor there. I would, look, instead of me going through growing pains, instead of me going through the philosophy of sitting there saying, hey, wait till next year, I love the Cowboys enough I respectfully decline this position. I prefer to have somebody with a lot of, irons in the fire. That's what I would say, because I love this team. I wouldn't want this team to go through the growing pains. I wouldn't want to be the Jason Garrett. He went through a lot of growing pains, right? And then we was hoping that he'd figure it out. I wouldn't want to be Kellen Moore going through growing pains. People fail to realize it takes 4 years to graduate from high school. At least 4 years to graduate from college. Some people 6 or 7 years. Kellen Moore is going into his 4th year ever calling plays. You think that this man know exactly everything to do and how to approach the game itself? I digress. But what we want as fans is we want Kellen Moore to walk on water. We want to use this saying, hey, no excuse, man. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Amari Cooper, right? You got a quarterback that won you 52 games, right? Only lost 30, give or take. You got a team that got everything that's in front of you. Why in the world are you guys not executing when it get to the playoff time? It's called experience. It is. And that's just the reality of it. I hate to say this, Cowboy Nation, but if you guys got little ones and when they trying to learn to ride the bike, there's a thing called training wheels, right? Now, granted, I don't know many people who said, man, I learned how to ride a bike without training wheels. It could be. Some people are fast learners. But when you talk to them, tell them, roll their pants legs up. Let me see those knees. Let me see the leg. Man, you got those growing pains, battle scars all over you, Kellen Moore was this guy thrown into the fire of working with this team pretty much with the training wheels on. And we said, hey, man, when you going to take them training wheels off, bro? You going fast, but, man, that's good and all, but when you going to take them training wheels off, bro? Hey, don't you know your shoes untied? Who rode a bike with the shoes untied? Look, I'm gonna read y'all comments, man. Your shoelaces untied and you riding a bike. What eventually going to happen? Man, that boy going fast. Wise people who've been riding bikes for a long time, we like, man, yeah, he might be going fast, but it's gonna be it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, baby. You know, and that's Coach Mike McCarthy. He's sitting back there watching Kellen Moore ride his bike with the shoelaces untied. It's a matter of time. Boy, he go down the hill. Boy, they number one offense. And Mike McCarthy was sitting there with his hands folded.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Get back up, Kellen. Get back on the bike. Hey, man, can you tell him, Mike, that he got his shoes untied at least? Come on, man. And then, as soon as they corrected that, it took them pain. It took us pain. Still, we sitting back and we looking, and I'm giving you guys this story. We looking and we seeing that boy got back on that bike with them dang on shoes untied. We yelling. We Cowboy fans, we yelling. Hey, man, Kellen, tie your shoes up, man. You got to run the ball sometimes, baby. You got to play a balanced game. And you see the seesaw effect. The Cowboys will literally play good one week on this last stretch, and then the next week they play better. It wasn't how many games did we have back-to-back losing games? How many back-to-back games did we look terrible in, right? We would literally do the adjustments the next game. Every single time we'll do the adjustments every. And then we get to the playoffs. Kellen, hey, man, you got your shoes tied, but they in the corner. This dude riding the bike now with flip-flops on. Oh, my gosh, man. Sometimes you can ride a bike with flip-flops on, but you can't really get into it like you want to. And you already know what happened when you ride the bikes with the flip-flops on. You just won't be prepared all the way. He didn't have his full readiness. Oh, my gosh. Appreciate y'all, man. So you got to be prepared. So my thing is with Mike McCarthy, in his final presser, he revealed a lot of things to us. He revealed that, yeah, Kellen Moore do go through his play sheet, and they do the installments. But what he said is he liked to allow his guys to come up with their own game plan, right? He advised a little, but he don't like to change their script. He don't like to insert his philosophy and his thought. Now, as the leader of this team, Mike McCarthy, that's his biggest downfall. That's the impediment of this team because he's the leader. He's supposed to tell Kellen Moore, hey, you got your shoes, man, still untied. And those shoes going to cause us to fall. But I got the training wheels on. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You can still get caught up in that propeller. And one thing I can tell you, asphalt, it don't care who you are or how long you've been around. That's why when you fall, we used to say, I'm from Mississippi, and we used to say it's your ass and it's your fault. Asphalt. So he didn't advise his guys. He didn't advise his troops to be ready. Now, enough picking on Kellen Moore. Let's talk about Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, if we look at this comparison between Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator and Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. Coordinator jobs. If you look at the title in here, if you look at this thumbnail, both of them got headsets on, right? They talking to somebody, right? They getting things done, supposedly. Well, let me get this way. The thing is, y'all saw I did my own sound effects. You know that. All right. The thing is, Dan Quinn, you can tell he's hands-on. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see when we went out there to our Oxnard, when we was out there at practice and training camp with our natural eyes, without being touched with the thought tracks of other people's opinions of this team. That's why it's so important for us to go out there and get it out of the mud so that we can come back to tell you guys these are the things that we got a chance to see, right? And it's not given to you by third or fourth party, right? Or media hype or what have you. We literally knew that Dan Quinn was working on these guys or working with these guys with certain techniques, right? With certain, and that's experience, right? New broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom know how to get those corners, right? Write that one down. So what happened here is we got a chance to see Dan Quinn work with the defensive line. We got a chance to see Dan Quinn call J-Ron Curse up and say, okay, these are the things that I would like for you to do. We got a chance to see, hey, this is something that this particular team like to do, but let me put on a helmet, right? Let me put the shoulder pads on and show you how to ward against those things, right? And I've been looking through multiple tapes, the documentary pieces that they put out, and I didn't get a chance to see Kellen Moore do the same. And I'm not saying that he's not. I'm definitely not saying that Kellen Moore is not coaching up these boys, right? And not reaching out to every department as it relates to the offensive side, the wide receiver room, the tight end room, the offensive line room, the running back room, right? As the offensive coordinator, you need to have your guys all buying into your philosophy. What philosophy, by the way? Your scheme. What scheme, by the way? We can actually see. Hill says, hold on, guys. Y'all break for me right quick. I got somebody at my door. Y'all bear with me. Follow these Kellen Moore plays. I'll be right back. Got somebody at my front. I'm back, baby. I'm back. That was Jerry Jones saying that he don't like my attitude, man. He was at my front door, man. You know, Jerry Jones.
I want me some glory hole.
Hey, Jerry, man, I'm all right, baby. I'm back, though. My goodness, man. I got a lot of projects going on in my house. And that was one of the contractors, man, saying where he wanted to dispose of the trash. And I had to let him know which way he dispose of the trash. But don't bother me again. I'll just play it. But it was good old Jerry Jones, man, now at the front door, man. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Where were we talking? We were talking about Kellen Moore or Mike McCarthy. Or we were talking about Dan Quinn. Y'all help me out. I wasn't gone that long, was it? Too much credit to giving Given the Dan Quinn defense, last play is not hard to improve on that. This is Keith Floyd. I had somebody to, I don't know if it was you or somebody else that was talking under one of my videos saying, yeah, man, but let's be real with Dan Quinn. We still have things that we have to improve on the defense. It's not like defense was number one defense. And if we look at this chart right here, offense showing number one, defense showing 12, right? And that is a situation whereas Cowboys must improve on that, right? But the resources, right? The resources for this team, can somebody put it in the chat? Are we paying more for the resources on the defensive side of the coin or the offensive side? Like for this team, like defense or offense, where's our money going? Our money is going where? Offense, defense. If we look at the contracts and we look at everything and we say we paying more on the offensive side, right? Right? You know, I didn't know you was alone. Yeah, I love my Jackson State, oh dear. You Jackson State too, you know? You know, but offensive side is where we paying most of our money at. And I come here to tell you guys, Dan Quinn technically did less with more. Did less with more. And not Kellen Moore last name. So what I'm saying is, can you only imagine, baby? Can you only imagine? Can you only imagine what he would do now if we pay more attention to the defense? I'm team defense all day. I believe even with the offensive line, and I already broke this down with the offensive line, a casualty of the political war with the offensive line. What if I told you, like Ripley's Believe It or Not, the thing that when you guys were saying that this offensive line, for some saying that it's trash, and I'm not going to say that, but we had enough resources with the offensive line. If you paint the scheme better, you don't get number one offense, total offense, if your offensive line trash. And from week 1 to week 6, I think it's week 7, the Cowboys were 4th ranked in rushing. So 1st in total passing yards, 4th in total rushing at that point. What changed after the Denver Broncos game? Let me put my FBI.
FBI, open up!
No. Oh, miss. Oh, he hit me with the trophy. Oh. Musical chairs, right? You just don't do that. You don't play musical chairs with your offensive line. No one touches the ball more than the center. In the National Football League, the center touches the ball 100% of the time. You can't get a playoff without the center. The offensive line is so important that not only the center points out the mic or touches the ball 100% of the time, but he calls the side adjustments, and sometimes it can be relayed from the right all the way to the left, right? But here's the problem. If the center, if he's getting pushed back, if he's getting worked, right? And if he is being overused in the sense of being nervous, not being on page, and not calling the right shifts or what have you, then we have a problem. Houston, we do have a problem. But it just somehow, and I believe Tyler Biadasz, before last season, was pretty much a redshirt season. He didn't play a full season, right? So technically, last season was his rookie year. And one thing that we can see out of Tyler Biadasz is this right here, strength. He's just getting walked back. Durability was there this year. He didn't get hurt. But he kept getting walked back. Now, do we rip that guy up and shred him to pieces and say, hey, he's nothing? Because we can see Clearly, an off-season program can change just like that. Law, do you have any facts to that? Terrence Steele is a good facts to that, right? Terrence Steele, his rookie year, people were ready to chop his head off, right? Figuratively speaking, by the way. I don't want nobody to think that I'm talking about that, right? You know, of exiling somebody, and crucifying and you know, murdering somebody. We ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is collectively that the Cowboys, we saw one person grow. And that's Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, Tyler Biadasz, Connor Williams, and Tyron Smith was your offensive line. Something happened. This past season for Connor Williams, best season ever. Best season ever. Worst season as it relates to penalties. That mask a lot of situations. Was it because he's trying to overexert himself helping out Tyler Biadasz? Or he just not it? But I come here to tell you guys, when you start to say, hey, we were on a roll, but let's kick this guy out of the picture and move, and I'm talking about Terrence Steele at this point, and move him to the left side, it creates a big total chaos when you're playing musical chairs. But when you have a scheme or a system in place, it don't matter, because that's your scheme. That's your system. It's in place. And the Cowboys, like I gave the analogy before, sullied that by changing the horse in the middle of the race. Old folks right, baby. Old folks say all the time, don't change the horse in the middle of the race. Even Luther had a song that said, and I sin is like a broken record. Love the one you with. And by the Cowboys trying to move this thing around and move that around, more and more growing pains occurred. Now, we have to understand that. Tyron Smith, shout out to him. Great guy, by the way. Fan of Cowboys experience. Appreciate him. And Zach Martin, right? But we have to know, right, for the 2022 season. And we can have all of the faith and hope that, hey, yeah, man, he's going to play 17 weeks. But no, we got to understand that this man will not play the full 17 weeks. We got to know that. We must know that, and we got to prepare ourselves for that. Now, the Cowboys went and got Josh Ball last season, and he was pretty much red shirt. So next season or this season or however you're going to print it for the 2022 season will be his rookie year, and he's supposed to be the guy that can fill in to that spot. But one of the things that I really want the Cowboys to do is to stand firm on their offensive line. Connor needs to stop with the penalties or need to go. Cost us a lot. This is from MJ. Well, he's gone, basically. He's a free agent. He's a free man. And we'll find out who the Cowboys will pick up. Out of the, I think we got 4 guys that made it to the top 75 in free agents on this particular team. It's a shame. Only 82 likes over here and 200 people watching. Hey! What y'all doing, man? Yeah. Sadiq, we appreciate you. Y'all hit that like button.
Shame. Shame.
Share this content.
Shame.
Time will tell, right? Appreciate everybody. All right, or you guys good? Y'all want me to go? If I'm taking up all your time on your lunch break, because I got into the top of the hour before I go, right? So you guys let me know. I can go a little bit early, get back to some of my other work here. Connor Williams is gone. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate you. Time will tell. This is from Paul. Let me know if y'all want me to keep going or you guys want me to go. I can go. Keep going. Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Keep rolling.
Are you not entertained?
Keep rolling. Because it's up to y'all, man. We just kicking it, man. We just talking. We just talking about the continuity All right, the cons, the pros, the good things. Let me talk. I done beat this team up enough to talk about the negative part of it, but the positive side of it, right? Let's talk about the positive. Hold on. Let me touch on this before I talk about the positive. We would know by I think it's March the 20th or something like that, the deadline to absorb some of that money, the cost of what have you for Amari Cooper. I think if you cut him before March the 20th, you guys can put the correct date down here if you want. I think the team can save $16 million, right? And if you cut DeMarcus Lawrence before that time frame, before his money become guaranteed, it's $8 million. If you played dominoes, Cowboy Nation, if anybody played dominoes, let me know. We have a saying that all money is not good money. All money is not good money, meaning that just because you say, hey, 15, I'm finna score 20. I'm finna score 20, and you going after the money can hurt you in the long run, right? And I'm trying to use this analogy with Amari Cooper and DeMarcus Lawrence. I think for the defensive side of the coin, when DeMarcus Lawrence got back, I think, man, did he have him a pick six one game? An interception, a forced fumble. He was dominant on his side of the field. I really think, dominoologist. Yeah, Paul, yeah. I mean, I really think that DeMarcus Lawrence is a crucial factor for this defense, believe it or not. And that's when I was going through the mindset. You got Randy on one side, DeMarcus Law, and then you got Parsons where you can line up anywhere on the board. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, if you cut your nose to spite your face, or if you cut your legs off from under you, up under you, and you sit there and say, well, maybe we could just move this money along and we can use Randy Gregory. Well, I say bull sugar because Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence work together in a perfect situation. One don't work well without the other, in my opinion, right? I like the notion, and I know it's going to be hard to figure out how you can keep Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence, right? But I come here to tell you, it's better to probably restructure DeMarcus Lawrence versus letting this man walk, right? So that's on the defensive side. Keep DeMarcus Lawrence, figure it out. All money is not good money. You want to keep domino at least. You keep domino by keeping DeMarcus Lawrence. Score your 5. Well, we don't play nickels, but score your 10. Don't go for the 20, Cowboy Nation. The draft is right around the corner. Take a pay cut. This is from Jay Lombardi. Before you trade him, I would go back, and I know we can't continue to kick the can down the street because eventually the neighbor is going to say, hey, pick that can up, man. You kicking it into my yard, right? You kick it and run, and then they got you on camera, right? You eventually got to pay for it. I get it. But if we can go long with this, hear me out. The salary cap is going to increase next season. That's when the Amazon money kick in. Kick that can one good time. Talk to him. Restructure that contract. Keep that part of your defense together. Now, for Amari Cooper, I get it. And here's the beautiful thing about this channel, Cowboy Nation. I'm not right? I'm not 100% right. I love difference of an opinion, right? You guys can have your own thought track. Just don't don't hate me for having an opinion, right? Just formulate your own, create your YouTube or Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and let's handle this as an adult, right? But y'all don't have to say, Lord, you suck. These are just my opinions. And by the way, I have no control of the outcome of the game. These are just my opinions. Content creators, we only have opinions. Nobody's 100% right. If I were 100% right, we will be on our 27th Super Bowl. Right? We will be on our 27th. Law Nation right all the time because every year I'm saying the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. But I'm gonna say for the 2022 season, I'm not finna say it, right? I just want the Cowboys to win multiple playoff games, and they don't pivot, from there. But I'm trying to keep it 100 with y'all. I don't have no control of the win or losses. I literally had tons of people saying, Law, you're the reason why Cowboys are losing. I said, God dog, if I'm the reason why. I love this team so much. If it's a guarantee that if I can wear a Washington Commodores jacket with an Eagles hat and a Giants slacks or something like that, and we win the Super Bowl every year, I would literally wear that outfit every year. I would change my whole entire room to the Washington Commodores, right? And to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'd change everything to them if we could win the Super Bowl every year. I would literally do it because I love to win. But I come here to tell y'all beautiful people, I have no control of the outcome of the game. I don't. But with Amari Cooper, this team is better. Don't buy into the narrative that you can get less with more, and you take Amari Cooper out of the picture and you go into the sweepstakes of saying, okay, we're going to bring in Will Fuller. I've seen articles. We're going to bring in Will Fuller. We're going to have CeeDee Lamb. And we're going to re-sign Cedric Wilson. And we're going to offer a cheap contract to Michael Gallup, and we somehow will be a better team. No, stop it. Come on, y'all. Or the other situation. Juju was in town for a cup of coffee. How about we let Amari Cooper go and we get this guy, Juju Smith-Schusters, to come on this team. Who, by the way, if you look at his stats and everything, and I'm not saying just a stat watch, I think that Juju is a good guy, by the way. But his numbers are not even better than Michael Gallup. Let's not do that. Oh, my gosh, man. That's like an injury-prone room. Oh, my gosh. Well, I feel you, man. But keep Amari Cooper. I mean, Amari Cooper biggest issues for the 21 season, which was last season. The hammy was an issue, right? He tried to flex that out. It came at the right time, believe it or not, because it came right around the bye week or what have you. And then he caught the C-19, right? He caught the C-19, and we know how that thing went, right? When he caught the C-19, it was at the worst moment or the worst possible way because we had the 3 games in 12 days. If anything is rigged, it's rigged for the 3 games in 12 days. And, oh, by the way, one of your better wide receivers got the hammy issue. And for the Denver Broncos game, the hammy issue was he didn't practice all that week. And I know it sounds like a bevy of excuses, but these are the facts. But you know what the cure to the C-19? Playoffs. Playoffs and Pro Bowl cure the C-19. Maybe the Super Bowl, because we don't hear not one person now. Don't get me, fact checkers, but can you prove me wrong, fact checkers, on this one? Do we hear any cases now? Do we hear of any news? Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Oh, and he injured his ribs week 1, Brian. Appreciate you. Let me know. I'm going to wait. Not none. I said, man, if I would have known that playoffs would have been the cure to the C-19, all we had to do is week 1 to say, hey, it's playoff time, right? And nobody catch it. It's Pro Bowl time. Nobody catch it. It's a miracle. It's a miracle out there, Cowboy Nation. And you can't say fake news, and you can't say law, you're lying, because we haven't seen not one case. Winning cures everything, Trip Aces. They stopped testing law. Say, woo. I didn't know, but that was a cure. A joke on the side, Hacho. Hey, man, it's okay. Don't shake me, man. Don't shoot me down. Hacho. Hey, man, that too. We got a 3 sneeze rule over here, man. No cases. I mean, everybody, look, you see look, they was locked down as it relates to fan interaction. I'm looking at the Pro Bowl, people all hanging off the edge. Come on, let me shake your head. Let me spit on your hand. Oh, my goodness, man. But neither here nor there. No Juju, no Juju. I said Gigi. No Juju, we need a burner. You're right. You flat out right. After they fined Coop for no mask, they said, we're not going to. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. It's very subjective when you find one player without a mask, do you find him because he didn't have his mask on, it was on TV, or if you see somebody in public, and say, hey, wait a minute, don't you supposed to have a mask? Hey, who gonna be snitching around here? I don't think nobody would do that. But how ironic. Appreciate you, Jonah Hill. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Alpha Red, baby. All right, so we good on time. So continuity part, the positive part of it. Now I can talk positivity, right? We had the same set of plays, right? We had these same set of plays. These plays right here. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session. I believe we can build off of this if we incorporate the running game, the philosophy of saying, okay, last season, hear me out, nation, we were on a roll when our primary running back was running the ball, when healthy, right? When we look at Ezekiel Elliott running the rock, he's running on the outside. We need to do that more. And the craziest thing when y'all look at that play, they only ran that play 2 times on the outside against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they gave up on it. The 2 times that they ran, they were averaging 7 yards per tote. But this is Ezekiel Elliott hard running up the middle. Okay. All right, so this was before the PCL tear. What we have to do, Cowboy Nation, is understand this right here. If this guy was running this angry before the PCL tear, then there's still good stuff inside, right? The problem is we can't have this particular coaching staff with the beta mentality, too afraid to tell 21, hey, man, we like that you ran 1,000 yards last season, the Warriors moment, but we need to pretty much share the love to this guy right here. Tony Pollard. And I believe Tony Pollard, this will be a contract year for him. And you really got to get this guy into the game plan. I know for sure that Amari Cooper said, yeah, I wasn't part of the game plan. I need the game plan more. But, man, we got to thank the good Lord that this guy, number 20, is as humble as all get out. Because he could have easily destroyed this team by saying some of the things that what's his name? Joseph Randall. John Randall was a defensive guy. But Joseph Randall said, hey, it was a lot of meat left on the bone. I'm so glad that Tony Pollard don't talk those type of things and say, hey, give me the ball. Throw the ball to the flat to me. Watch take an inch and take it to a mile. Watch what I can do. A lot of meat left on the bone from 21. Give it to me. Let me eat. So the positive part of this, Tony Pollard comes back, right? It's contract year for him when we know how players play in contract years. Positive aspect of it would be let's feature more plays. Let's go back and look into what worked for us. Watch this flag at the end. Flag! Connor Williams got called for a hold on that one. Why you holding there, Connor? Why are you going to throw the flag? Why should I let this flag come? I'm going to show you guys right here. flag, flag. But those are the situations whereas you continue running. I don't care. Let them throw that flag so much that they throw their arm off, right? What's the flag? Flag. But neither here nor there. I think that this team technically can utilize Tony Pollard more. They can look at the film and say, all right, let's figure this part out. We know that Tony Pollard was averaging 5.5 yards per run. That's his average for the season. Before the latter part of the season, he was literally, that's him in Wildcat. Look at that, Wildcat. Where was this play in the playoffs, baby? He only had 4 touches in the playoffs, and that was in the latter part of the second quarter, too. They need to really utilize this guy. They really do. They really do. And then let me talk about, well, we already talked about Ezekiel Elliott. Let me talk about this part right here. Yes, I get it. Passing game, it kind of fluttered up and down, up and down, up and down. But the Cowboys must figure out a way. I like to end this. Watch that official. Watch that official fall. Yeah, baby, that you get what you get, official. Oh my God! See, I'm getting thrown off by my own conversation. Watch the official nada. Come on, since you wanna, yeah. Watch that parlor. Yeah. Yo, baby. Now we won on that one. Oh my gosh, man. All right, man. Let me get back to my point. But this offense can work if you decide to run the ball. Look at the things. I don't care. You run the ball. All right, I got some more people at the door. I'm gonna be right back. I hope this ain't Jerry Jones again. All right, I'm back. All right, so what we're going to do here is I got to pivot, I got to roll. But I will tell you guys right here, the positive part about it, even though we're going to lose, I believe, 21 guys, I think it's 20 to 21 guys that's free agents right now. We're going to lose majority of those guys, right? But what we got to look into as it relates to that is this right here, Cowboy Nation. Free agency is right around the corner in the draft. Let's focus this out. We got the continuity going with the same similar coaches that we're going to be back in the same thick of it. I'm quite sure Washington team, Eagles team, Giant team, we're going to beat up those guys in our division. I ain't worried about those boys. We got our guys. So let's stay focused. Let's get this thing going a positive way, the best way possible. But on my way out, NBA HD Nick is the person that do the run it up track. Spock, can you save me? Appreciate you. But I'm going to say this all the time, Cowboy Nation. When the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. That's Jim Rowan. Write that one down. But it's also about the formulating of your mind and also putting things together in the right places. We got Kellen Moore back. We got Mike McCarthy back. We got Dan Quinn back. Joe Witt Jr., Al Harris, all of those boys are back. Willie McClay got him a raise, right? Let's not give up now. We're going into the 7th year. Last I checked, 7 mean completion. So hopefully we can get some completion going with Dak Prescott. On his way beyond the playoffs, right? Hopefully we can figure out this running game situation and scenario. Cowboy Nation, hopefully we can. Write this one down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired and it makes you work tardy and all night for it. If dogged and grim and besieged and besetted with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, guess what? You can get it. It's not just about what's going on at your neighbor's yard or the other team. Stay focused on what you're doing. Let's get it back. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We've been down here before for 27 years now. And we haven't shook ourselves from this team. We still here. All of y'all still watching. We die hard, baby. We might get mad when we down and out, but at the end of the day, let's go Cowboys. I'm still representing wearing the silver and blue. I hope you guys are doing the same thing and staying true. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys, baby! LA! Turn me up a little bit more. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. All they want me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on blingin' she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a
shout out to you, King. Shout out to you, Trip Aces. Appreciate you, Sheila.
Different colors in my baggy like chalk it up. Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you the things where your pockets up. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move from a bus. That hate and jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up.
Nowadays, appreciate you. Money. Out of the you know what. Shout out to you.
Freeze, photo,
AJ Boomer. Appreciate you. Let's go.
I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I paid on rainy days.
The AC.
I might make it rain
Appreciate
today.
you.
I got paid off pain today.
Come on.
Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll.
Hey.
I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for
23.
sale. Heard
Gotta
it's on
be
the
better
market for the
discipline-wise,
low. Who
yeah.
the realest, we might never know.
Law's the realest.
All this
Come on,
acting,
y'all.
you gon' play a role.
All
Give
right.
you the world when they sign you up. Dry you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
He needs some
Now you're
milk.
all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take
He
my
needs
mood.
some
Nowadays,
milk.
nothing
Come
really
on.
excites me. Only one of me
Michael.
and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I
Appreciate you
tell them
with
it's
the fire.
I got wifey on.
Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Y'all put some of that fire emojis down in the chat and give me some of those blue hearts. Let's go. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos.
Yoga flame. Yoga fire. Come on. Hey. As the world spin, be sure to call today. 817-888-1726. We got a promotion going on right now. Cowboys Experience. Hit me up, King. Shout out to you.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Birdie Hinton, appreciate you.
Take a bite of
Kobe
my burger,
Taylor,
babe.
thank you.
Save the last bite for you,
And you.
for you. Ooh. Don't let the street
Shout out to you,
lights lead you all alone.
Come on.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Big Sage, 31, appreciate you. Sarge, is it Big Sarge? My bad, I murdered your name.
Wherever you go,
Big Sarge, 31.
whatever you do,
Sorry, let's go.
play it too.
Let's go.
7 years of a perfect love.
Shout out King with the fire.
Another one,
And another one.
and another one. Finding you was a wanderlust. 7 wonders all in one. All in one.
Look at Emmett. Y'all see Emmett?
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
It's danger,
You
baby.
know it's dangerous to go alone.
Appreciate you,
Don't let
Scorpio.
the street lights hit you. Can I be on? Play it too. I'll follow wherever you go.
One love, nation.
Whatever you
One love.
do, play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
Y'all know I like to wait to that
So
last
far,
note.
if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. And haters, lean forward right there. No doubt. We up out of here. Be safe, y'all. One love. Shout out to you, Sandra.
Can we check or something?
We gone. Ja. Appreciate you.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel lately, I just wanna run it up.